federal funds can strengthen our community. The U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, commonly known as HUD, is at the forefront of fostering strong, sustainable, inclusive communities and quality, affordable homes with their many federal programs. To receive these funds, the state and county must each prepare a 5-year consolidated plan, which identifies housing and community development needs and explains how federal funds will be used to address them. Its primary focus is improving access to decent, safe, and affordable housing and creating suitable living environments, particularly for very low, and moderate income households. The 2025 to 2029 Consolidated Plan includes several HUD programs. The Community Development Block Grant, or CDBG, is a direct annual allocation to Hawaii County of approximately $2.6 million. Emergency Solutions Grant, or ESG, is a direct annual allocation to Hawaii County of approximately $250,000. The Home Investment Partnerships Program, or HOME, is an allocation through the State of Hawaii Housing Finance and Development Corporation, or HHFDC, and is distributed on a 3-year rotation between Kauai, Maui, and Hawaii counties. Funding is approximately $3 million. The National Housing Trust Fund, or HTF, is also an allocation through HHFDC of approximately $3 million, and is distributed on a 3-year rotation between the 3 counties and split with the City and County of Honolulu. And lastly, Housing Opportunities for Persons with AIDS, or HOPWA, is an allocation to HHFDC of approximately $1 million and administered by the State Department of Human Services Homeless Programs Office. In each of the 5 years, the state and county are required to develop and submit an annual action plan that details eligible project activities that will be undertaken in the coming year. It's a crucial component in ensuring that the 5-year goals and objectives outlined in the Consolidated Plan are met effectively and transparently. A vital part of the process is citizen participation. We invite residents and community groups to share at our public hearings. Learning about local needs and gathering perspectives on how programs performed helps the county to better serve our communities. The public has 30 days to review and comment on the Consolidated Plan, Annual Action Plan, and any major changes to these plans. Surveys and public comments help set the high priorities for the Consolidated Plan. Project proposals for the allocation of future CDBG, HOME, HTF, and ESG funds must meet one of the high priorities, which include affordable housing, specifically for low-income households including rental, homeownership, senior housing and special needs housing. Public facilities includes activities to improve, repair or construct facilities such as those for childcare, seniors, individuals with disabilities, homeless persons, health facilities, parks, and gyms. Infrastructure includes activities in support of the development of affordable housing such as water, sewer, street improvements, or flood drainage improvements. Federal mandates includes activities to meet legal obligations of federal mandates such as the Americans with Disabilities Act or ADA, and EPA and state-mandated cesspool closures. Homeless prevention and services include activities that provide shelter, outreach services, operational costs, and housing services to persons experiencing homelessness or at risk of homelessness. Public services include new services or an increase in existing services such as childcare, transportation, substance abuse, and job training for eligible populations. Economic development includes activities that create or retain jobs for low and moderate income persons. And lastly, disaster relief includes activities that prevent, prepare for, or respond to events such as flooding, hurricanes, and tsunamis. Low priorities include public facilities such as parking facilities, non-residential historic preservation, and non-housing infrastructure such as sidewalks. Understanding HUD's various funding programs and their objectives helps to see how they're crucial in addressing the needs and priorities of our community and how they fit into the broader Consolidated Plan. The CDBG program funds are a direct allocation to Hawaii County and encourages the development of viable communities by providing decent housing, suitable living environments, and expanding economic opportunities for low and moderate income persons. Hawaii County's CDBG allocation is approximately $2.6 million annually. Eligible activities for the CDBG program include, but are not limited to, acquisition, construction, and rehabilitation of public facilities, acquisition or disposition of real property, economic development activities, public service activities, which is capped at 15% of the total grant amount, rehabilitation loan programs for homeowners, homeowner assistance, infrastructure in support of affordable housing, and planning and administration. Ineligible activities include, but are not limited to, government buildings, general government expenses, political activities, purchase of equipment, operating, repair and maintenance expenses, new housing construction except in limited circumstances, and income payments for housing. A key requirement of the CDBG program requires that your project meet one of the three national objectives. The first and most commonly used objective is to benefit low and moderate income persons or households with incomes at or below 80% of the area median income, or AMI. The second is to aid in the prevention or elimination of slums and blight. The third is to address an urgent need, such as a serious and immediate threat created by a declared disaster. The low and moderate income national objective can be met in several ways. An activity may qualify through limited clientele if at least 51% of the people served have incomes at or below 80% of the AMI. HUD presumes certain groups meet this requirement, including abused children, elderly persons, victims of domestic violence, homeless persons, severely disabled adults, illiterate adults, persons living with AIDS, and migrant farm workers. This objective can also be met with documentation on family size and income showing that 51% or more of the beneficiaries meet the income requirements. Housing activities must also show that at least 51% of the units are occupied by households that meet the income requirements. HUD income limits are updated annually and vary by household size. An activity may qualify under the Area Benefit Standard if it serves a defined area where at least 51% of residents are low or moderate income. HUD identifies these areas, generally by census tracts or block groups, using the most recent census data. The shaded areas on these maps meet that threshold. To find out whether your project is located in or serves a qualifying area, contact the OHCD for assistance. In addition to meeting the basic threshold requirements, CDBG projects must be shovel-ready and capable of being completed within 12 months to comply with federal spending deadlines. The Emergency Solutions Grant Program, or ESG, is a direct allocation to Hawaii County of approximately $250,000 to support a coordinated community response to homelessness. ESG funds support 5 program components. Emergency shelter funding supports eligible shelter operations and essential services, including case management, facility-related costs, and other assistance for people experiencing homelessness. Street outreach connects those living in unsheltered locations with emergency assistance, housing resources, and other critical support. Rapid rehousing provides eligible short or medium-term rental assistance and housing relocation and stabilization services, helping people exit homelessness, secure permanent housing, and work toward housing stability. Homelessness prevention provides similar financial assistance and services to those at imminent risk of homelessness, helping them remain stably housed. Finally, ESG may fund eligible HMIS costs, helping service providers coordinate services, maintain required program information, and report program outcomes to HUD. Grant recipients must provide a dollar-for-dollar match, unless otherwise stated by the county. Combined funding for street outreach and emergency shelter may not exceed 60% of the county's total ESG allocation. Recipients must participate in the applicable coordinated entry system, which connects people with housing and services based on their needs. They must also use HMIS to maintain required program information and coordinate with service providers. Victim service providers must use an approved comparable database that protects participant confidentiality. Besides meeting the basic thresholds, projects must also align with the priorities set annually in consultation with the continuum of care, and also meet the funding priorities set in each program year. Specific eligibility criteria and requirements will be outlined in the county's RFP. The Home Investment Partnerships Program, commonly referred to as HOME, is administered by Hawaii Housing Finance and Development Corporation, or HHFDC. The County of Hawaii receives HOME funding on a 3-year rotation with Maui and Kauai counties and anticipates an approximate allocation of $3 million. The HOME program is designed to expand the supply of decent, safe, and affordable housing for low-income households through partnerships among federal, state, local, nonprofit, and private entities. HOME funds may be used to acquire, construct, reconstruct, or rehabilitate affordable housing. These activities may support rental housing, homeownership housing, or a combination of acquisition and rehabilitation. HOME funds may also provide direct assistance to eligible homebuyers, support the rehabilitation of housing owned and occupied by eligible low-income homeowners, or provide tenant-based rental assistance. Home-assisted housing must benefit eligible low-income households, generally with incomes at or below 80% of the area median income. Home recipients must provide matching contributions equal to 25% of the home funds requested, unless otherwise specified by the county. Home-assisted housing must remain affordable for a required period based on the type of activity and amount of home funds invested. Depending on the project, the required affordability period may extend from 5 to 20 years or longer. The National Housing Trust Fund, or HTF, is also administered by the state HHFDC. Its anticipated $3 million annual allocation is split between Honolulu and a neighbor island county, rotating every 3 years among Hawaii, Maui, and Kauai counties. The HTF program is designed to increase and preserve the supply of decent, safe, and affordable housing, with primary attention given to rental housing for extremely low-income households, including families experiencing homelessness. Eligible activities include acquisition, construction, reconstruction, or rehabilitation of affordable permanent rental housing. HTF funds must primarily benefit extremely low-income households, generally with incomes at or below 30% of the AMI, based on the applicable HUD income limits. Unlike the HOME program, HTF does not have a federal matching requirement. HTF-assisted rental units must remain affordable for at least 30 years, beginning after project completion. The county may require a longer affordability period. The affordability requirements remain in effect regardless of the term of the HTF loan, repayment of the HTF investment, or a transfer of property ownership. Now that we have reviewed these 4 federal funding programs, let's take a look at the application and project selection process. The county awards funds through a competitive request for proposals. Because CDBG, ESG, HOME, and HTF have different rules, applicants should carefully review the requirements for the specific funding opportunity. To be considered for funding under the 4 programs, each proposal must meet the basic thresholds of the applicable program. Generally, the applicant must be an eligible organization or entity, have a Federal Unique Entity Identifier, or UEI, and maintain an active registration in the System for Award Management, or SAM.gov, in good standing. The proposed project must involve an eligible activity and support the goals and priorities identified in the County of Hawaii's Consolidated Plan, along with any additional priorities established for the applicable program year. Applicants must demonstrate that the project can be carried out within the required period of performance and has the resources necessary for successful completion. Depending on the program and type of project, additional thresholds may include site control, environmental review, property standards, and federal relocation requirements if applicable. Proposals that meet the basic thresholds will then be evaluated. The county considers how well each project addresses community needs, the consolidated plan priorities, and its potential for success. The review also considers the expected benefits and outcomes, the number of people who will be served, project readiness, environmental and site considerations, available funding, and the applicant's experience and capacity. The specific eligibility criteria, project requirements, required documentation, and evaluation and scoring criteria will be identified in the applicable RFP. Federal funding also comes with requirements that may affect a project's design, budget, schedule, and long-term operation. Some of these federal requirements include 2 CFR Part 200, also known as the Uniform Guidance. It established standards for managing federal awards and addresses financial management, internal controls, allowable costs, procurement, record-keeping, monitoring, reporting, and audits. Applicants should have adequate administrative and financial systems in place before applying. HUD-assisted projects must also meet applicable environmental requirements.
The type and scope of review depend on the program and proposed activity. Applicants must not begin demolition, rehabilitation, or construction until the required environmental review is complete. Construction activities of $2,000 or more may be subject to federal Davis-Bacon labor requirements, depending on the funding source and project type. Covered contractors and subcontractors must pay laborers and mechanics the applicable federal prevailing wages and fringe benefits. Because requirements vary by program, applicants should request a program-specific determination before finalizing their construction budget. The Build America, Buy America Act, known as BUBA, may also apply when covered HUD funding supports public infrastructure projects of $250,000 or more. If applicable, iron, steel, manufactured products, and construction materials used in the project must be produced in the United States. When a project involves real property acquisition, rehabilitation, or demolition that results in displacement of residents or businesses, the Uniform Relocation and Acquisition Act may apply. Other federal requirements may include, but are not limited to, fair housing, civil rights, accessibility requirements, lead-based paint protections for pre-1978 housing, minority and women-owned business outreach, lobbying restrictions, the Violence Against Women Act, or VAWA, and conflict of interest rules. The requirements that apply will depend on the funding program and proposed activity. A more complete list will be included in the RFP and funding agreement. These programs offered by HUD play a vital role in strengthening communities by providing affordable housing, supporting neighborhood development, and ensuring access to safe and decent living environments. These initiatives help individuals and families achieve housing security, stimulate economic growth, and create more equitable, vibrant communities. Together, we can build a stronger, more resilient community. For more information, visit our website or contact our office directly.